I'm asking you that you have no right to be here if you're not in support of the Palestinian people.
Well, I think
and if you're not going to call for an end to a genocide,
you have the right to be here.
If you're not going to call for an end to the genocide and an end to the killing and an end to support of Israel, then you should take off. We don't want you here. You're not welcome here.
Well, the good news is we're America, and so we actually get to all express ourselves.
Really?
Peacefully.
You get to express being a racist?
You get to
express being a racist Zionist pig? Is that what you get to express?
I'm pro-American.
You want me to
express
express
that?
to speak?
I believe your right to speak your mind. That's a lie.
Yes, I don't know when this will stop. Protesters clashes with Vivek at DNC. You are not welcome here. I believe you've seen this. Before we even go into the complete video, something recently happened. I saw this clip. Woman says that men who support Trump online can't satisfy a woman in bed. These people have serious Trump derangement syndrome. That is what I've seen. TDS, it's insane to see someone.
I promise you this. If you are a man who has currently in your Facebook profile banner, whatever that back picture is behind your profile picture, some sort of Trump reference, a picture of you putting up a Trump flag 2024, a picture of you putting a Trump wrap on your boat. But most assuredly, if you have posted on your timeline, in your story, or your profile picture is the staged photo from Trump's rally where he was pierced through his ear with a bullet. If that's your profile picture right now, I know for a fact you have never made a woman orgasm. And let me further clarify, just because you have children doesn't mean you've made a woman orgasm. So I know there's gonna be a few of you that see this and are like, that's stupid because I have a bunch of kids. That doesn't mean anything. And if grown consenting women had to orgasm in order to get pregnant, there'd be a lot fewer kids in the world.
Something tells me she doesn't have a boyfriend. I don't care how many kids you have. If you have a Donald Trump profile picture, I know for a fact that you have never met a woman. It is crazy, right? I understand that people do this for a living. You know, they chase cloud, but putting out these ridiculous videos is what I'm concerned about. Now going back into Vivek, I was actually impressed that he had the gall to show up in this place. I enjoyed the way Vivek handled these people. It is extremely dangerous to really appear in front of these people because you don't know what this person is carrying. When I saw the way he handled it, I was impressed. Vivek is known for this. Even during his campaign, a lot of these people show up into his venues. The way he tackles them always amazed me.
So I'm curious as to what you're doing here. Are you a supporter of the genocide against the Palestinian people?
I am an American who is actually here to listen to the views of people who disagree with me. Now, one of the reasons I'm supporting a candidate in this election.
Are you a supporter of Israel?
I support the United States, and because of that, I support Israel and our relationship with them.
You support a genocide that has killed 40,000 Palestinians in the last 10 months.
So look, I think that the truth is there was an attack that precipitated it.
No, the
and
truth
we can't
is,
ignore
listen,
that.
dude, I don't play those kinds of games. I'm an organizer. I'm not one of your.
I'm also pragmatist.
I'm not one of these people.
You're not a party hack.
I'm not an acolyte of yours.
You're not a partisan
I'm
hack
not
for
an
the
acolyte
Democrats
of
or
yours,
otherwise.
and I'm not a hack for you or for the Democrats or for the Republicans or nobody else.
I got you.
I'm asking you that you have no right to be here if you're not in support of the Palestinian people.
Well, I think
and if you're not going to call for an end to a genocide.
You have the right to be here.
If you're not going to call
so do
for
we in
an
return.
end to the genocide, and an end to the killing and an end to support of Israel, then you should take off. We don't want you here. You're not welcome here.
Well, the good news is we're America, and so we actually get to all express ourselves
Really?
peacefully.
You get to express being a racist?
You get to
express being a racist Zionist pig? Is that what you get to express?
I'm pro-American,
You
but I
want to
believe in your
express
right
that?
to speak. I believe in your right to speak your mind.
Do you believe?
I'm a racist, go!
Yeah, good to see you, man.
Hi. So I am currently kind of undecided. I know I'm wearing the button.
Then take off the button if you're undecided.
Yes,
You can take a picture.
Okay, wonderful.
You're actually undecided, though?
Yes.
Okay, so
I think the
because if
Israel
we can have an earnest, like a good faith conversation, I would love to.
Yes, it's the Israel-Palestine for me. I know that Vice President Harris has called for a ceasefire. However, I think with the Biden administration, she has kind of stood by. And unfortunately, I don't think that the Biden administration in the United States should be selling these arms to Israel. It's funding the Netanyahu government and against Hamas.
So I'll grant you that foreign policy, let's just say, how old are you?
20.
20. You're in college.
Yes.
Foreign policy, complicated terrain.
Yes.
Let's just start with right here at home.
Yes.
What's important to you at home?
Important to me at home. Michigan is our infrastructure, our economy.
You live in Michigan?
I do. One
Are you
big
in
thing for
college?
me is an environment. The environment.
You're in college? Or
Yes,
where?
sir.
Okay, where at?
The University of Michigan, Flint.
This man is sick in his brain. You have no right to be here if you don't support this group of people. It is what I'm concerned about. Not every person will align with you. I understand his sentiment. But taking it to that level, to call him and do this, is what I don't really get. They are always, you can demonstrate past your point without being like this. Trying to confront Vivek at this point, it is so ridiculous. If you look at Vivek, he made it clear, I support America. I do. These are just simple ways to talk to these people because they want to instigate a situation where they can create a scene. I understand. And I like the fact that he didn't do some kind of, or say some kind of ridiculous things to them. Allow them. Like I've been saying on my previous videos, when you see your opponent burning, especially in a situation like this, allow them to do what they're doing. If you notice, Trump is not commenting on most of these issues. It's not like I support a group of people taking away lives of others. I'm always against that. The fact that he said Vivek should not be here because he don't support this group of people is what I'm concerned about.
We saw this in Politico. You did a 45-minute phone conversation, and some of the discussions you had with them were just like what you said here. And it does relate to what we've heard, I think, at the Democratic National Convention so far, where many of the speakers have said, and I'm sure you disagree with them on policy, but it sounds like they're saying what you're saying, which is that you have to listen to what people are saying. And you feel like maybe you came in a little hot when you were running in the Republican primary.
Look, I take a look at the presidential campaign. I often judge as a business leader I've been by results. The reality is I came in with no name ID. Most people didn't know my name, let alone know how to pronounce it. I wasn't even expected to make the debate stage. I beat a vice president, multiple former U.S. senators and current senators and governors. So I'm proud of what we achieved. But at the same time, I didn't achieve my goal of receiving the nomination and being the next president. And one of my learnings from that campaign was that there's a lot of distractions along the way. There's a lot of things that'll pull you off of your original purpose. Don't cede to that temptation. So as it relates to the race right now, which you bring up in the Democratic convention, I think one of the things that's missing in this race right now is a rigorous debate on policy. You do get a lot of Democratic criticism of Republicans and of Trump in particular, including even that clip of Bill Clinton that you played, that it's built around a cult of personality. I see a little bit of projection right now, and right now we see a campaign that's built mostly around style rather than substance. And I do think Americans are going to be best served if this is an election built around competing policy visions for the future of the country. And I do think right now that's missing, if we're being very honest, from the Kamala Harris campaign and the Democratic campaigns more.
This is beautiful. Vivi, just call it out like that. Democrat don't focus on policies. If you look through all what has happened here during this DNC convention, they don't focus on that. They're just trying to go around, paint the same image that they have been painting over the years. They don't focus on what they have, or to celebrate what the Biden-Harris administration has done. They don't do that. So Vivek saying this to CNN is just amazing to me.
Like this. It does not need to be like this. This is silly.
About Barack Obama when it comes to
theme here at the DNC is that they're going to go after corporate gouging.
What's your favorite policy of Kamala's?
her being president.
And if the pace plays
leaving a speech from Michelle Obama that I have to say is one of the best
gun-toting.
Abby, we were talking.
Trump or Kamala? Trump. Damn Kamala.
Kamala Harris is in office right now and has not tried to do anything about the border, has not tried to not tax people on tips.
For some people, it's already started.
But when you disrespect Kamala Harris...
They say the economy's great. Just look at the jobs numbers. Well, we did, and they disappeared.
The money in politics is so extraordinary, which is something that should have never been allowed to happen.